before, and is it particularly pleasing he chose yourselves over other clubs that were interested in?
Yeah, a few years. A long time we follow him, and at the end, for the situation you have up front in the wingers, like you have 3 specific players, like Oscar, Savio, and Jeremy. So we need to reinforce for the next years, and that's why the club make the gesture, the effort to take him and have a perfect age, 25, 26 years old. So the best years to come, and like they have done the club, to try to bring players, young players, to make his career or his best years here.
Could he go straight in for tomorrow's game against Exeter? Yeah.
Will be selected. I don't know if we're going to start or not, but will be selected for sure. Yeah, we don't have enough too many players, I would say.
And one in so far in January. Are you trying to do more business this month, maybe?
Sorry.
One player in so far. Are you trying to do more business this month?
I don't know. I cannot answer that question.
Mark.
Hi, Pep. How good can Antoine Semenyo be? How high is his ceiling? Is he a player that could score, for example, 20, 25 goals a season in the Premier League?
Yeah, I was saying. I don't know. Have to adapt quick. He will adapt quick because the group is exceptional. So the club is really good, and he will adapt quick.
Can I also ask you about the academy? Because you said on Tuesday to us that sometimes you regret not giving more academy players opportunities. But if you look at this sort of generation with the likes of Nico O'Reilly, James Trafford, Charlie Gray, who's played this season, how special is this generation of academy players coming through at Manchester City?
Yeah, Enrico Lewis in the past. Of course, I think since I arrived here, always they have a good type of players, you know, for the academy. Some of them stay with us, some of them they are shining in the Premier League. So, yeah, I'm really pleased. The academy for Man City always work really good. All Europe take an eye on us.
You came through the academy, obviously, at Barcelona. What do you remember of that, and what kind of advice do you give them if they're going to play, say, for example, in a game like tomorrow?
Never disappointed. Academy players never disappoint you. Look, Max, last game, the composer against difficult situation for many reasons, how good he played during 90 minutes, just one training session. Academy players know the smell of the club, the vibe, or it's easier. It happened in Barcelona in my period as well. So every time the best is when it's surrounded for the senior players, you know, with the no start 11, I would say, but important, everybody knows. And you add one player, it's not a problem. Problem is when come in with 3, 4, or 5 academy players all together, with that is a little bit more difficult, but never disappoint you. It depends on them, of course. Not all of them can play. Not all of them are ready. But when they are in the right mindset and the skills always are there, so never disappoint you.
Hi, Pep. You just said you never know when a player is ready to play for the first team, but obviously Max played really well, didn't he, in the week? I mean, what conversations have you had with him since that performance?
Nothing. I didn't speak with him after the game. Before the game, as we talk about them, be yourself. What is the reason why, which attributes you have? What is the reason why you are playing today? Just do it. No, I don't ask you anything you cannot do. Just be courage to do what you are. No more.
Has he shown you that he now is ready to play more first-team football for you between now and the end of the season?
With the situation we have, yeah, definitely.
And on Antoine coming in again, what are the challenges for a player moving between clubs in the middle of a season? Because it's not like you have a pre-season to work with him, for him to understand how you play tactically. What are the biggest challenges facing Antoine?
The challenges be the same I said before to Max. You are a winger, make the actions as a winger. So I thought with Andoni Iraola improve a lot in Bournemouth. And understand he doesn't come here for 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. He come for many years. So have all the time in the world. I know he's an exceptional guy for the info that we have. The team will embrace him because this is a specific group of players, and club always make the people when arrive so comfortable, and he will adapt quick.
Hi, Pep. You talk a lot about the energy of your group and body language, things like that. in some Januaries you've chosen to do business, in other Januaries you haven't. When players have come in, particularly mid-season, is it something you feel can lift the energy and the body language of the rest of the group, particularly when it's someone who's come from the Premier League, who they'll all know so well and know the qualities
We come sometimes for opportunities, some because we have incredible problems for the injuries, for people leave and after leave the club and after they arrive. Otherwise, in last season was an incredible, exceptional, but normally in the previous seasons we never went a lot to the transfer window, you know, in winter time to do it. This is the reasons. So a squad is always alive. It's not. Sometimes you arrive here in August and said, okay, you have the squad for the next 4, 5, 6 years because it's young. It's not true. It's alive completely. In 3 months, change a lot, and the end of the season change a lot. But the players are in satisfaction. The players, the agents cannot be happy, or the players are happy, or opportunities in the transfers, for many, many reasons. So that's why it's always has to be alert and the team changing.
Hi, Pep. Just on Exeter then, are they a team you've been able to see much of? What will you expect from them?
Sorry?
Exeter, what will you expect from them tomorrow?
When I arrived here 10 years ago, when we play in teams like low divisions, like League One is the case, or Championship, always is a typical football. And now you see the teams, they have evolved. So they play really good. I saw the game against Huddersfield and Cardiff, last 2 games he played, and recently, and it didn't happen 10 years ago. So huge respect, and always I believe when the best way to respect this time of competition, the FA Cup, but obviously we have respect just seeing what happened in the last years in this competition, and when we play against that teams in lower divisions, is how you respect them, how you play, how you defend, how you press, how you many details that you have to do it well. That is the best way to respect Exeter or all the teams you play.
Just to ask about Oscar, what is the situation with him and how
He's
long
still
do you
injured. Not training with us since the game against Brentford, the Carabao.
Fred?
Hi, Pep. Did you watch Arsenal and Liverpool last night?
No, I could not.
Are you... Obviously, you have to focus on yourself and you need to get more points to try to catch them. But after 3 draws, is it lifting to see them dropping points as well?
No, it's better, of course. The team at top of the league is dropping points, is better. But if we make that analysis after 3 draws and we are not able to win that games, it's better to think ourselves, right? So it will be a huge mistake if you think that the situation is better because a fantastic team like Liverpool can equalize a game in Emirates. So it's better to think in ourselves, because always one of these incredible attributes we had as a team in the previous years is always we found a way to win games. Don't tell me why, but always we found a way to win games. And quite similar, even worse the last 3 that we draw. But believe me, even worse. But we were able to do it. But this is what I said, this time of question of the process. So that in our game in Nottingham Forest that we won was miles away worse than the game in Sunderland, than the way in Chelsea, and the way against Brighton. In terms of play, in terms of chances, in terms of many things. But we didn't find a way. And I said, no, it's unfair. Of course it's fair. When you draw a game, it's fair. When you lose a game, it's fair. Because you have to do better. And only we can do is mirror ourselves. And I'm not watching Arsenal Liverpool to think I am relieved or something like that. Of course, it's better to be at 6 points than 8 points. Everybody knows it, but the reality is the reality. So we have to meet an incredible amount of tough games we had ahead of us to be contenders to win the Premier League. So in terms of points, 51 to play, 6 the difference. Everything is open. So everyone can realize on that, but it's not about that. It's we are able to make in things, just few things a little bit better. And what I said in the past is again another process to grow as a team, as a group of players that are so new. in many things, and it's important, like for example, leave the semi-final Carabao Cup to leave the experience to Rio final for many players that never play a final. So that is the process we are building, and in the same time, for other things that are so optimistic, positive, and happy that many things we are doing really well.
Set the embargo there for 10:30 p.m. this evening. Someone stop, please. Martin.
Hi, Pep. You spoke a week or so ago about the difficulty of defending long throws. You've got one who can do it now. How much do you plan to use it?
I have many thousand other priorities than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big issue to make the team improve. It's a detail. Yeah, we think about it, we talk about it, but that's the point.
Do you feel like it could be a useful weapon though? If
no, listen. When you won 7 games in a row winning or 11 unbeaten, you have really good things. And the other one is not good things. Not now with 3 games that we could not able to win, not even lose, but we cannot win. But it's the same as 7. And it is a amount of time that we have, that is no time, because obviously we have a lot of games every 3 days. You have to choose the priorities, and priorities will not be long throws. I'm sorry. Maybe in the time one day we talk about, but there are other things more and more important to make the team grow as a team.
Hi, Pep. A couple of weeks ago, Ruben Amorim was talking about the academy at Manchester United, and I wouldn't expect you to comment on that, obviously, but he was saying he felt there was like a sense of entitlement at his academy then. Obviously, you're bringing players through all the time. You have done ever